So Bob, we go back a ways,
Yeah.
and I thank you for all the education you offered me a few years ago. It did a lot for me in my career. Um, Tell us a little bit about what you're doing these days, where you're hanging out, all that good stuff.
Yeah, sounds great. So Bob Leeper, I work with a company called SmartLeaf and another company called SmartLeaf Asset Management. We're both a software provider and also registered investment advisor providing sub-advisor service using our own software. So eating your own dog food, if you will.
Yeah, I love it. And this is my first year at T3. I don't know if it's your first or your many, but tell me what drew you here to T3 this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is not my first T3. It's probably fourth or fifth. Joel Bruckenstein does a great job of pulling together industry participants in the wealth space, both users, advisors, as well as technology providers as well. And I think it started initially to help advisors be aware of what technology was out there. And over the last number of years, he's really been focusing on getting the technology providers to work together.
Mm.
So partnerships and integrations are part of the reason you come here. If you look at the attendee list, it's probably 3/4 vendors and 1/4 actual users, advisors. But for a software company, this is where you want to be because this is where your partners are and potential new partners as well.
Yeah. And as you look to leave after, what are we in, day 4, I think?
Yeah, it's fourth day. Yeah, it's been a long week.
I know my show legs are not under me. Um, what always interests me, right, is when I go somewhere, I do focus on the things that I want to learn,
Right.
but I'm always more intrigued by, what didn't I know, or what takeaways, what questions do you have as you leave?
Right, right. So the big draw for the show for me personally is the relationships and the contacts. So it was a great time to connect with some firms that we haven't talked to in a long time that had a perception of what our offering was from many years ago and not aware of what we do today. So actually I have some new opportunities that we hadn't been included in that are now we're actually a perfect fit for. Also meeting with existing clients. So we've been able to deepen our relationships with some people that we don't deal with on a day-to-day basis, but work in other areas of some of our client firms and be able to take those forward as well. And that's on the software side. And as I mentioned, we have this RIA basically as well, which is new business. So getting the word out on what SmartLeaf Asset Management does. We actually announced, new client, $2 billion wealth management firm that we're onboarding on a 1-year-old startup. So we're immediately becoming a player in the quote unquote TAMP space, even though we're kind of an unbundled TAMP. And also announced a partnership with Principal Global Investors. So very large financial institution, getting that word out, and people are starting to realize, oh, there's a new alternative in the marketplace. So very, very helpful from that standpoint.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm not you, not nearly you, but the thing that comes to mind for me then would be, how do we get that all that success, and how do we get those testimonials out to the right people sooner than later?
That's right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we have quite a bit of follow up. I know there was a social media challenge here. I didn't make it. There's some people that are excellent at the social side, so we still try to get as much as we can out and get some good recognition.
Yeah. So as we wrap up, one of the things I mentioned early in the discussion was how much I appreciate your openness to help me and educate me in this space. You're very kind.
Yeah,
you're a customer, so I had to make sure I made you happy and you paid the bill.
That's right.
But when I think about what I really like most in folks is better understanding their superpower, right? So you may actually be able to hit a golf ball 300 yards, but what do you feel makes you, special, or what do you bring to the table?
So I've been asked many times, what is it that I get excited about? And I'm a builder. I love building companies. I love building relationships. I love seeing kind of the network effect of what you're putting together and being able to help companies grow and solve problems for clients. So, example, I said SmartLeaf is a relatively small company. We've increased our headcount 25% in the last year because of the success of bringing on new clients and new growth and launching new products and new businesses. And I go back to the fact there's a whole bunch of people now that have a nice livelihood with a great company because we're able to execute on a lot of these different things. So it's I'm a builder, Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder. That sounds like a great tagline to me.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Bob, I really appreciate you coming by and helping me out, promote the channel. Look forward to connecting with you in the near future.
Yeah, it was a pleasure working with you in the past, and you never know, might have an opportunity in the future.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right, thanks.
All right, have a good one.